Well, hello internets, here we are. A little bit of a vlog for the day in progress. I believe last time I did a vlog update I was camping. I was out for about a week. Yeah, I know I probably could have stayed longer, probably should have stayed longer, but at the same time, you know, it was time to come home. You start to miss a nice hot shower, start to miss some of the comforts of home. You start to feel a little rough or tired, and I'm learning to listen to what my body says rather than ignoring it until I crash for 3 to 6 months like I did last time. So it's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 days that I've been home. And I had my rest, I had my crash kind of a thing, but it wasn't nowhere near what it was last time. The trailer's been cleaned out and parked. I did that before I left it kind of a thing, because you know how food gets after 3 or 4 days without refrigeration. Well, a couple days ago, 3 days ago in fact, my internet started acting up. A little more acting up than what so-called normal has been, so I called the service provider, and the person I got says, well, there's an outage in the area. So okay, fine, you know, when do you expect the outage to be over? Oh, we don't know nothing, so click, you know, hangs up kind of a thing. So maybe 20 minutes, half hour after I got off the phone with them, the internet come back on. So I was like, okay, whatever, he must you know, flipped his switch or whatever it was, got over his problem and turned the internet back on. And yes, by the way, the bill is paid. It's more than paid. However, you know, obviously paying your bill for the internet doesn't dictate that you get service. Then it was off again for a few more hours. I got sick of waiting for it to come back on around 2:30 in the morning, so I crashed, went to bed, and I woke up in the morning and it was on. So I watched my morning shows, did a little bit of online work, and around 10:30 in the morning, off it goes again, and it was off for 8 hours. So during those 8 hours I called back again, and the person I got, you know, didn't even bother to troubleshoot it or nothing, didn't even ask me what my service address was for the cable ad or nothing. Said that they are experiencing an outage and they have no idea when it'll be back on. Kind of the same spiel that I had done with the previous person, and you know, whatever, right? And then right around 9 o'clock or 9:30 or so, the internet comes back on. Still not the cable, of course, but whatever. It was on for about an hour and a half again, then right around 11:30 it went off again, and then it's been off now from 11:30 last night, and it is currently 5:30 in the afternoon and it is still off. Well, I called the cable company again here about an hour ago, and very nice person. If you've dealt with call centers, you will know it is very rare to get a person that actually is completely 100% fluent in Canadian English, even American English. Most of the people that come to call centers, or at least my experience anyway, are from somewhere else, and I don't know if it's because the job is outsourced to another country, or if those are the kind of people that are going to that job sector, the tech sector, which, hey, you know, whatever, right? Doesn't really matter who you are, where you're from, but what I judge people on is the quality of service or help they give. I've had poor service from English-speaking Canadians that are born here an excellent service from people that came here a few years ago, and vice versa, right? Well, the person I got when I called back about an hour ago, troubleshoot my connections, troubleshot whatever, and they are thinking it is my wonderful wireless modem that's been a pain in my butt for the last 2 years. For 12 years I had a Motorola blue box, and it was just a router, and it was just a modem, no router, no wireless, no nothing. And I had another router that I used to get the Wi-Fi signal. And that combination between their Motorola blue box and my router was bulletproof, basically. I only had 2 or 3 calls in the 12 years that I was with them, and one was because the tree guy dropped a tree branch on the cable line and broke the line itself, which wasn't really the box's fault by far, and the other one was the box itself had quit. Granted, yeah, you know, maybe I did massage it a little bit, but you know, they should be able to take a couple of drops before they crater. Well, when I moved to this wonderful place I'm living in right now, the technician came, hooked everything up, the internet worked for maybe a day or 2, if that, and then everything was dead again. Well, I call my internet provider and they tell me, oh, your blue box is obsolete. Well, if it's obsolete, then why didn't they send out a new modem? When I called in for the moving request, rather than wasting time, wasting a technician's time, wasting my time with you know, this runaround for a so-called non-working, perfectly fine, obsolete router that worked, modem that worked perfectly fine. So instead, they've given me now this wireless modem router thingy in one that I had before at the house that was a huge pain. Now I've tried to working with it. I've tried to be understandable of its snowflake moments that it seems to have quite regularly. However, you know, when you're trying to work online, it gets very annoying when the thing just quits on you. When you're trying to upload videos or have an online presence like I've been trying to do with YouTube, it really has limited my ability to be on YouTube. And you know, of course, mobile data, well, you can't really do anything with mobile data, and you've got a $500 overage kind of a thing, you know. Believe me, that sucks. And so they're sending a technician out finally. Got through to somebody who wasn't obtuse, who wasn't just sitting there all day collecting a $25 an hour paycheck to do nothing. And sounds like I might get a new modem. However, it's probably going to be the same one that I got, because that's kind of seems to be their flavor of the year kind of a thing, one of these wonderful things again. But I suppose if it works, it works. As for the cable, I haven't been too happy with their cable service the last little while. At the house 2 years ago, the TV programming was excellent. Shows upon shows upon shows. My PVR was constantly running, constantly working, constantly recording. And since I moved here, same company, same PVR, their programming has changed, I guess, over the last 1.5 to 2 years. And now my PVR hardly even records because there's nothing to record anymore. And with this thing going on in the world, a lot of the TV shows that it has been recording has been reruns or has been webcam kind of recap talking shows, because, well, the crew can't be within 6 feet of each other, or else they will, like, everybody will die or something, whatever the problem is. Of course, by the time y'all see this here vlog, it'll either be a distant memory or we were all, you know, be dead or something, because according to what the news media is spreading around, it doesn't really make sense to what I am seeing here locally in my town. Now, of course, given what it is, what scientists say it is, and what the evidence says it is, and what the numbers say it is, because numbers don't lie. You know, people lie, people misinform, people make mistakes, but numbers do not lie. It doesn't make sense to me that everything has gone the way it's gone, and it's only going to get worse as long as they are allowed to keep doing what they are doing. So yeah, they are sending out a technician. The technician should be able to do what they do, get me back online, hoping to start being able to upload and stuff consistent again like I was doing. Maybe not every day of the week, sometimes, 35 days in a month, or 35 videos in a month like I was by far. That was a really big chunk to try to fulfill, but a little more than I have been doing. I know my life has changed a lot from what it used to be a few years ago. I know things have changed a lot in the last year, 2 years for me. But I do have content, I do have videos, but they're, I can't upload them consistently because of lack of connectivity. I am very strongly considering disconnecting my cable TV based on their lack of programming, and either going with another provider, so if something like this does happen again, I still have my TV. That will be perfectly fine. And then I have the internet that I can run secondary or primary and secondary, however it works. I know the last time when I had someone living in my house, we tried to do something like that, and there was trouble with the two signals coming through on one line. So there might be another issue or whatever their problem is. Haven't really pushed the whole changing companies or anything like that yet. I'm a little bit of a stuck at the rut kind of guy where I don't really like to change. I find something that works for me, even if it is a little bit of trouble, a little bit of hassle, and I'll stay with it for 16 years, 20 years. As you probably noticed, my brand of shoes hadn't really changed. The brand of vehicle I drove hadn't really changed. Places I visited hadn't really changed. And I've been trying to do a few things differently the last little while, just to, you can do something different without having, end of the world kind of a thing. So we'll have to see how things work out. I guess if y'all see this here vlog in another couple of months, then you'll know I got back online. And if it's Christmas time by the time you see it, then you'll know I didn't get back online, and I've either moved to a better building that with less hassle, or things have worked out and things are working the way they need to work and back to normal, or back to what's gonna be the new normal, and well, around we go. But pretty much, guys, she is what she is. Just a little bit of a vlog here for a day in progress, just kind of sharing what's on my mind, trying to keep things a little bit filtered, a little bit PG compared to what's going through my mind at times. Sometimes it's a bit of a challenge, but hey, that's the way life is, right? Life is a challenge. Every day is the way she is. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.